This is Tom Fox, and welcome to the Daily Compliance News. Today, I want to begin by telling you about an exciting new podcast I'm beginning this week. It is AI Today in 5, where I curate 5 stories about AI and how it works in compliance and general business application that you can use in your business or in your compliance world on a daily basis. AI Today in 5 has premiered on the Compliance Podcast Network. I'm running it for the month of August. If I can get 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to continue doing it. So please check it out, subscribe, rate, and review wherever great podcasts are listened to. AI Today in 5. The Daily Compliance News for August 22, 2025, the WADA Returns Edition. We begin with that story from WADA's website, in which WADA, yes, the World Anti-Doping Agency, confirmed that Sri Lanka has been declared non-compliant with World Anti-Doping Code. So I want you to think about this for a minute. It's the group that polices sports doping, and who do they go after? Sri Lanka. Does that sound like the NCAA? Anyway, WADA, how about punching above your weight for a change? Next up, from the CXToday, a first-time contributor to the Daily Compliance News. In fact, we have 2 first-time contributors today, something we don't get after 6 years, too often after 6 years. Anyway, CA Today asks a great question. Is audio quality a compliance risk? Analytics and QA tools can only do so much, but if you can't hear or be heard clearly, compliance is failing. I'd like you to think about that for a moment. Certainly from our compliance perspective, if no matter how great your software is, but there needs to be clarity, and poor audio quality doesn't frustrate just customers, it undermines an entire process that regulated industries rely on. And what is that? Call recordings. They're essential for approving disclosures, capturing consent, and resolving disputes. But they're only as good as the clarity of the conversation. So if you can't understand or you can't hear, that can be a compliance problem. It's definitely an interesting way to look at something. I certainly hadn't considered audio quality that important in the compliance realm. Next up, from Cargo Facts, another first-time contributor, they bring to us the consideration of air cargo compliance. As the aviation's role in the global climate change is coming under scrutiny, so is not only CO2 emissions, but trade compliance as well. So cargo is under compliance issues. And our final story comes to us from Bloomberg, which reports that Citigroup has hired the law firm of Paul Weiss to investigate claims about the behavior of the bank's wealth manager chief, Andy Sieg, who was brought on by the chief executive as a high-profile hire to help her around the turnaround. The Bloomberg article reports that Sieg has drawn complaints from current and former staff accusing him of intimidating and unfairly sidelining employees since he's arrived. He sits on the bank's executive committee, and he is seen as a very high BSD in the firm. The firm's inquiry was opened after a request from HR chief. The board's bank also received anonymous complaints critical of his conduct at Citibank. So interesting when someone's brought in to shake things up and change things, that they can do it and ruffle a lot of feathers. Is it unethical? We'll find out. We had perhaps the worst tragedy to ever hit my home county in its history over this weekend, and myself and my family are fine, but multiple others who lost loved ones, lost family members, are obviously not fine. So if you can find your way to help with any donation, I would greatly appreciate it. This is Tom Fox. Thank you. The Daily Compliance News is a production of the Compliance Podcast Network and a proud member of C-Suite Radio. Thanks so much for listening. I hope you'll join me again tomorrow.